Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Heart's Frontier, where we explore our hearts and that which lies beyond it. I sort of open with different phrases, but that feels like a good, befitting one. So I'm Kate. If we have not met before, then hi, welcome to this space. And if you resonate with what I say, and you should feel free to like and comment and subscribe. That way we can continue seeing each other. And people who regularly watch this will be like, wow, Kate looks so different. She has color on her face. I was out at the beach and I got real sunburn. So I'm just going to chuckle along with that because it feels nice to have gotten so much sun, actually. Here to do a collective energy reading this week. And I'll be putting the extended energy reading in the Nourish Nomad I Am Unity community, as well as the Empath Energetics group. So any of the Empath Energetics current or grads will have access to this extended energy reading, as it's just a little bit more potent, a little bit more pulled together, and a little more specific to what we're all going through. And same with the I Am Unity community. We're all there together as a community. And so it's sort of a benefit of being with me in one of those channels. So if you're interested in either, the links are below, and would love to see you there. I'm going to get started right now. This is for the week of July 11th, 2022 until, well, my math, till the 17th. That makes sense. So until the 17th. Going to pull from Empathic Oracle deck because I have been loving this one today. Okay, and then I'm also going to pull from Divine Abundance and also from my archetype cards. So archetype cards are something that I use in the Empath Energetics program because we do light and shadow archetype work. And so I do archetype cards for those readings. And then we work on them really intensively for, a couple months. Great. We have 3 cards here to guide us. I'm feeling a little bit this week like we need to be aware or hesitant towards taking an easy offer, like taking an easy way out, but actually to look at what we're doing in a more day-to-day mind and not so much thinking. So I guess what I'm starting to see is like sort of like a shiny offer, some sort of like shining. And then it's almost like the image that's coming to mind is funny. It's actually like someone gives you like a shiny jewelry and then you like open like the locket and it disintegrates, or like you peel it and then it's like it shows you that it's actually just dark and it's not actually shiny at all. And so there's something about maybe like so this may not resonate with everyone, but there's something about there being some sort of like interesting or tantalizing offer and it actually being too good to be true. And so use your discernment this week, your intuition, and feel whether things are right for you. Just because something sounds exciting doesn't mean it's actually in line with you. It might be exciting for someone else. So take a look at that as that comes up, as you resonate, and, just take what feels right for you of what I say, because this is a collective reading. So, not all pieces are going to be absolutely meant for you, but if you interact with this channel, they become more and more meant for you as time goes on. So as our Divine Abundance cards, we have Delusion and Sanctity. So delusion, intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. So really important also this week that we stay focused on reality. And so what they're saying is delusional or not logical, not rational, is making an intention and then assuming that you're going to get to control all parts of that, which is total fiction. There's no way you can control every piece. There's so many things that divinely happen that are meant to show up as they are. And so you need to trust that a certain level of magic and wonder and miraculousness may appear in order to have those intentions met. So it's like intend on something and then remove the how. And that's really important. Intend on something, act on that intention, remove the rest of the expectation is what I'm feeling. And then sanctity, I believe that's Hanuman, and says, through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So I'm seeing it as like, keep things simple, keep things as they are this week as best as possible. go to what works for you, go to what you've known you can rely on that works positively for you. You don't constantly need to reinvent the wheel. And this mundane thing, maybe not a mundane problem, but if even mundane activities can become a sacred venture. So I'm seeing someone like doing the dishes, but with like a candle lit, and trying to make some of your regular everyday experiences more potent, more spiritual, more feeling, more nourishing, might feel, really, really good this week. And how can you make your everyday feel more magical and more special? So even thinking of ways that you can do that and maybe acting on one of them. You don't have to do it all at once. Illusion and sanctity. And definitely I'm feeling like ground yourself in reality. I feel very like wanting to support all of you in seeing things as they are and loving them as they are, rather than loving what's about to come, because that's when we get into that diluted energy of taking that shiny apple that, is not meant for us or something. It's like a shiny apple that ends up being rotten, so just be mindful of that. I'm so curious what that's going to be in my own life. I'm like, that feels really ominous. May not be. Maybe that you swiftly avoid it and nothing comes to pass. So you end up getting confused. But we've got this empath oracle, the moon. And then I'm going to go into archetype cards. I do think this delusion and maybe what to keep an eye out for, I do want to give a more like private, more intensive reading. So I will switch into that in a few moments here. So the joy of being in community with me is that you get those deeper messages. So here we are, the moon. In the darkness of night, the silver glow of the moon reminds me that there is always a light to be found. So definitely be mindful of where you seek to feel desperation and where desperation lives in your body or in your life choices in any way. Desperation is not... it's funny, I'm hearing it's not becoming. It's like not becoming on you. Almost like desperation is not something that you can make anything out of. It's just pulling you away from that which you naturally are. And you're naturally quite abundant and quite full of life and quite loved and quite valued. So whatever that desperate energy is trying to fill, focus on filling that, and rather than the actual like reducing your own feeling, if that makes sense. So am I gentle with myself in times of sadness? Do I allow myself the knowing that change will happen in its time? Is this a time that is calling for an extra measure of self-care? And I will announce, that this Sunday, I'm going to start. This is like a nice little announcement. It's like a little like signal. New thing to say. So this Sunday, I'm going to start self-care Sundays over on the Nourish Nomad Co Instagram. So you can follow along. I'm just going to be showing a new technique or tool that I use because that body self-care is so pivotal to keeping my spiritual self thriving and intact and undistractable and, powerful feeling. When you experience an emotional tide within yourself, remember to be gentle in this emotional time of stress. Bathe yourselves in whatever energetic light is present and find comfort in knowing that soon the cycles of the moon will bring a closure to your experience. So this too shall pass is sort of a feeling I'm getting as well. So a general overall view this week is be soft and also discerning, right? Be caring for yourself and also, mindful of how you throw yourself into something. This would not be a week to throw yourself into something. This is a week to soak up what is good and to enjoy and to be with. Okay, autumn. The harvest is mine. May all seeds that I plant come from a knowing of energetic sustenance. Empaths experience the plantings of many thoughts. Worries and judgments may seem innocent on the surface, but soon they can begin to grow into weeds. So before all of these little worries grow into big weeds in your mental garden, try planting some little wildflowers and little things to enjoy for yourself this week. When you set that up, it's way more likely that you're going to be able to fully be in the moment and to actually see things with that critical eye, that discerning eye. Because when we stay in this like, oh my gosh, everything is amazing and so positive and wow, this amazing offer came up my way. Okay, that's when it gets too good to be true, because it's almost like you're not really seeing clearly. There's also other things happening. So it's important to have that. It's spiritual stoicism, really, is what I call it. I love Stoic philosophies. I think it helps ground our experience, so that we're not as devastated when happiness and joy seems fleeting. It is, that's okay. And that we choose higher vibrational thoughts wherever possible and remain unattached to that as well. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And then we have Predator. So I'm going to go into this a little bit, but I'm feeling delusion and predator and then doing this archetype card. So I'm very curious if there's someone in your life who you're concerned is potentially damaging. This may be a really important extended reading for you. So if you are not yet in one of those communities, the empath energetics current or past, or whether you're in the I Am Unity community, if you're not in one of those communities, let me know if you're thinking about joining one. I'll give you the extended reading if you feel this is meant for you, if you're resonating with things. 28, Predator. As the predators of life hunt, I relinquish my role as prey on their journey. The role of the empath can be fraught with those who take and are drawn to you because of your higher vibrational stance. It is as if they can sense your open heart and see your loving nature as a vulnerability to be exploited. So gauge your energetic experience in every relationship, and if it becomes evident that you are being drained, choose to cut the cord and walk away. No one will learn the aspects of their own energetic experience if you're filling them with yours. Break the cycle of dependency so they may learn to fly on their own. This is a very critical piece that comes up in empath energetics when we talk about cutting cords and separating our energy from others. So am I being drained by those that have endless problems? Have I enabled someone so they cannot find their own inner strength? Am I being drained by someone whose part in the relationship is at a much lower vibration than my own? And it doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic relationship. We have many different types of relationships in our lives, right? So I'm going to be moving on to the extended reading now. Please like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy this. And if you enjoy being here, I would love to have you back and interacting. Let me know something you can put in the comments. Just let me know how any of this resonates with you. It's always so validating and comforting, right? To hear that people understand what's going on and that they're with you. That's why we do these. And again, I do weekly oracle readings over at Nourish Nomad Co. on Instagram on Wednesdays, Self-Care Sundays on Sunday at the Nourish Nomad Co. Instagram. I'm going to start doing a little bit more with Nomad named Kate as well, Instagram, maybe just some more lives and things. But I am regularly going to be doing these collective energy readings on Mondays. So they'll always come out at some point on Mondays, whether I do them Sunday and, preload it or do them Mondays. And we have a new, over at Nourish Nomad Co. again, we have a new Nourish Yes campaign. And that Nourish Yes challenge, I guess it's not a campaign, it's a challenge. And the challenge itself is choosing a yes commitment for your body, a yes commitment for your mind, and a yes for your spirit, and holding to them for 21 days. Now, committing to things can be challenging. So that's why we have the community and why we do it as a support thing. And so you have the first 21 days of your membership for free. So if you decide to stay, that's awesome. If you decide not to, then we're just so glad that you committed to yourself and that we're with you, and, we'll stay in touch on social media. But I did want to offer that out. Start thinking, if you're planning on joining us, it's going to start next Wednesday officially, but signing up on Monday, Tuesday. And so we will, we will be together for 21 days saying yes to things that are important for our body, mind, and spirit, so we can thrive and grow and be productive and efficient and happy and, fulfilled, all those types of things. So would love to have you over there for that. Oracle stuff. I'm still doing Oracle things. I'm doing a bunch of healing work in person this week, but if you are, you weren't able to make it work with me this week, if schedules didn't align or that kind of thing, then, you can always book me online on my Heart's Frontier site, and I will put the links below. So enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to switch on to the extended energy reading now. Let me know how your week goes, and I will be back again next week. Okay. Take care, everyone.